Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'll start Toastmaster Bhavani. Are you people able to hear my audio and is my screen visible? Yes. Thank you. Okay, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. This is Shubhishri. I'll be taking up the role Sergeant at Arms today. So I welcome all the Toastmaster and the distinguished guests who are present here for this wonderful meeting. Today we have a joint meeting between Legion, Phoenix, and Pegasus. So the mission of the Toastmaster Club, the international mission, will be the empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. The district mission, we would build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. The club mission will provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. That's what we are doing today. The basic rules which one have to follow in the meeting will be all your electronic gadgets should be in switch off mode or it should be on silent. There should not be any controversial topics that is related to sex, religion, or politics. Any issues with your video call, please use the chat box. Hold all comments or applause until the speaker concludes. Okay. Now, when you see this picture, what does come to your mind? Her happiness, her joy, her excitement, her satisfaction, right? So that is the theme for today. That is the aha moment. Okay. So coming to the topic, whenever a scientist invents something, they'll be so satisfied when they get results, right? For example, Covishield vaccine, or they launch a satellite and it's successful, where it goes to the sky and you get nice pictures, nice results out of it. So they'll be so much satisfied. That aha moment, that is their aha moment. And for me, aha moment would be whenever we will solve maths problems, right? We'll have that LHS is equal to RHS problem, where we need to solve the problem and prove both are equal. So that time I'll be so much satisfied. Whenever I'm sketching and drawing something, all my efforts which has I been put upon and I get good results. That proud moment of I did this. I am so excited to tell people that this is my joy, this is my happiness, I did that. So and I, especially for accounts people, tallying balance sheet with their aha moment, right? That, and for me now after joining MBA, that will be my aha moment too. So now without any delay, I would call upon the presiding officer. She's someone who is our senior. She's currently president of Pegasus, sorry, Phoenix Club, and she was before twice a member of Phoenix Club. For her, an ideal day would be music, good books, and a cup of ginger tea. I'm very much pleased to call upon Toastmasters Anagha to continue the meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubhashri, for laying out the guidelines of the meeting and for that wonderful introduction. Leaders are made, they are not born. This is a famous quote by Vinci Lombard that I'm sure everyone must be familiar with. It further elaborates too, they are made by hard effort, which is the price which all of us must pay to achieve any goal that is worthwhile. A very warm welcome and good morning to all my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I would like to extend my welcome to Division D Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Kavita Prakash. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And Distinguished Toastmaster Narayanan to our meeting. Welcome, sir. I now officially declare the combined meeting of BMS MBA Phoenix, Legion, and Pegasus open. Toastmasters say where leaders are made. Toastmasters International is a non-profitable organization which was founded in the year 1924 by Ralph C. Smedley at the YMCA Santa Ana, California. It was started with the main aim to provide people a platform to enable them to learn and nurture their communication and leadership skills. And Toastmasters International has helped people from diverse backgrounds become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders. Today, there are about 16,600 clubs in over 143 countries, and we today are three among them. Being a Toastmaster not only helps you become a better speaker, but also helps you become a better leader. Let me share a small experience with you all. Let's go back to a few years wherein we were all in, say, third grade or fourth grade. So at that age, being a class monitor or a class leader was like a biggest flex. Every child wanted to, I'm sure every child in their class would want to be a class leader because it kind of gives you a prestigious status, I think. I'm sure all of you can relate to this. And like every other child, even I was one of them who thought, okay, being a class leader means something's great. It's great. But unfortunately, my class teachers never picked me to become a leader. I don't know why. I mean, they always had this inhibition that maybe she might not do well. So they never used to pick me. So one day I went home sad, saying, and told my parents, they never picked me as a class leader. I don't know why. And being the pampered child and being a single child, my parents and my dad thought it was his responsibility, and it was his responsibility to take matters in his own hands, protect his little daughter all the time. And once during PTM, he told, jokingly, he brought this up saying to my class teacher, saying, my daughter is very sad because she never gets to be a class leader. And to that, surprisingly, my teacher told, I'm sorry, sir, I don't think she'll be able to handle that responsibility. Maybe because I was a tiny kid and my personality didn't seem like, I can shout at people or something. She had this inhibition in herself that said she might get bullied by others. So I don't think she can handle that. And to my surprise, I also somewhere believed that maybe this is right. And I never ventured into any of the leadership positions until I became a Toastmaster. Now, cut to the present, I'm currently working as a management trainee at a firm. And a few days back, my co-founders called a few of us for a meeting to discuss one of the marketing strategies. And he said, after just having one conversation with Anaga, I think she can become a good leader. She is a good leader. She can definitely handle the team. And to my surprise, that is the greatest compliment that I've ever got in my life. I can actually say that was my aha moment. And believe me, I can say this has happened because I was an active Toastmaster member for at least about 1.5 years today. I'm sure, guys, if I can become this, I'm sure anybody can do this. And Toastmasters has given me that platform to to motivate myself and say that I can become a leader. With this, I'd like to go ahead with the meeting. For me, if I ever have to believe in something called omnipresent, or if a human is omnipresent, I'm pretty sure I'm going to think of this person because she is there everywhere, be it college work, volunteering work, co-curricular activities, you name it, and she's there. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavani. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Well, I can apply nail polish without spoiling the edges. Aha moment. I'm finally an IAS officer. That's aha moment. From applying a nail polish to becoming an IAS officer, we all have our own aha moments. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I welcome you all to the first ever joint meeting of three wonderful clubs, BMS, MBA, Phoenix, Legion, and Pegasus. It was when Archimedes stepped into a bathtub, he shouted, "Eureka!" And that was his aha moment. It was when I was a school topper for an aptitude exam and stood among top 200 students in Bangalore. My aha moment. So there are different scenarios for one to explain. Aha. Do you all remember a few years back there was a picture of an egg floating across Instagram? How many of you remember that? There was one egg which was throughout the social media. Okay, there are a few people only. So it was on January 4th, 2019. The main reason behind that was to set a world record, to have it as the most liked post on Instagram. You know what was the other reason? It was to be the most liked picture then, which was the first photo of Kylie Jenner's daughter. Currently, the post of egg has 54.5 million likes, whereas Kylie's post has 18.5 million likes only. Maybe this was that aha moment for Kylie Jenner. It need not always be the positive aha. Why in the world would anybody like a picture of an egg just to beat my post would be running in her mind? Similarly, we all don't have our life sorted out, but that's what this whole journey is about. To share those experiences where we finally find a way out and exclaim, aha. So let us begin this wonderful moment today to share much more moments of such aha moments. Who knows, your moment might just be around the corner. The Toastmasters meeting is divided into three sections, beginning with that of the prepared speech. Here, the speakers would have prepared well for the battle with the other speakers. The speeches are well prepared beforehand and delivered today. The second session is where we shall have an impromptu session. Our humorous table topic master shall give out the topics to the audience and they shall speak on the spot. Lastly, we have our general evaluator who shall evaluate the whole meeting. So let us see to that our general evaluator exclaims, aha, this was a great meeting at the end. So now I shall call upon a CA aspirant who is a BCom honors graduate. He was an active part of Go Green, Go Cycling, who is now dreaming to ride to Leh Ladakh one day. When asked about his aha moment, he stated that he crashed when he was off-road cycling, but sustained no injuries. After the crash, he never tried cycling again. But after a while, he rose back and completed trial without crashing and realized that he could still do it. By quoting, there are few things in life, even without trying, you know you will have a bad time doing so. I'd like to welcome our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, everyone. I see a lot of audience today. It would be great if you all could also turn on your video. It would be a really pleasant surprise to see 95 of them have their video on. It would be a really great moment. All right, let's get started. As a general evaluator for today, I'll be making note of the procedures and the evaluations of the entire meeting throughout, and I'll also be giving a report on the same during the general evaluation. This general evaluation is there to help the members to see the areas where they can improve themselves. However, also give them suggestions where they can improve. As they say, there's always a room for improvement, and what better than improving yourself to become better. So I have a few role takers with me who will help me throughout the meeting to keep a list of following things. We have timer, our counter, and grammarian who will be taking care of respective fields thing. So as I call out your name, please come forward and mention the role. Timer, Toastmaster, Akshata.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy. So myself, Akshata, I'll be the timer for the day, and I'll be noting down the time taken by the speakers and all the role takers, And at the end of the meeting, I'll be submitting my report. The time limit are like this. For prepared speech, it is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing a yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll be showing a red card. For icebreaker speech, the time limit will be 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. The time limit for evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 2.5 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card. And 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. The time limit for table topic speakers are 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green card. At 1.5 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card. And 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. All the best, everyone. And now I would like to hand it over back to the Toastmaster, Sai Snehal Reddy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshata, for that detailed timer guidelines for the members to follow. Now, moving on to the R counter, Toastmaster Shiva Sharana.
Well, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I am Toastmaster Shiv Sharan. So today I am your counter, and I'll be noting down the crunch words like so, and so on. Over to you, Toastmaster Sai's name.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva Sharana. Now, moving on to the grammarian, Toastmaster Namrata.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Good morning to all my budding Toastmasters. I am Namrata and I am the grammarian for the day. Toastmasters encourages the learning of new words to expand one's vocabulary and speech effectiveness. As a grammarian, let me tell you the word of the day. Aplomb. I repeat it, it's aplomb, which means self-confidence. For example, Jin delivered the speech with great aplomb. I hope all of you understood. And thank you. Thank you to over to the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namrata, for that aplomb explanation of the grammarian role. Now, the general evaluator and the tag team are the frontline warriors of a Toastmaster meeting, where they keep in check the requirements of the Toastmaster meeting. So we'll be back during the general evaluation to give a report. So over to Toastmaster of the day, Bhavani Hemant.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, and the role takers. Now it is time to begin the first session, the prepared speech session. Here we have 3 wonderful speakers who shall be delivering their speeches today with aplomb and shall get evaluated by individual evaluators. I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Sai Snehal, the first evaluator, to read out the guidelines for the first speaker.
Good morning, everyone. The first speaker for the day is presenting his Level 1, Project 1 Icebreaker speech. The purpose of the speech is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. All the best to the speaker, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Now, let me call upon an engineering student who is a very passionate photographer. His aim is to become a wildlife photographer. When he became the area director of C3, he realized that it was his aha moment. Let us welcome the past secretary, VPPR, VPM, VPE, and the current president of Mekon Communications, who is also the first member to complete his pathways. Toastmaster Udanka Aranjane, Icebreaker. Icebreaker, Toastmaster Udanka Aranjane.
Thank you, Bhavani. Before timer starts, I would like to get a confirmation whether I'm audible and visible full to full. Thank you. Timer, you can start my timings now. On a chilled evening, a man gets a call from his mother saying your wife is admitted to the hospital for the labor pain. He rushes to the hospital on a noisy bike and waits outside the OT for the sound. And that little sound was remarkable. A small sound which cried. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and all the members present here. That little sound That little cry was by me. On a fancy date, 2000, on the chilled evening, I entered this world. But the sad thing is, as soon as my dad saw me, he rushed back to the hospital without saying anything. Just guess what? He was expecting a girl child, and boy child, was born. Nevertheless, a fifth generation, living generation, first child was born in our family. From the day I was born, not only my parents or grandparents pampered me, but my entire family pampered me to the fullest extent they could. From that day, I started living my life. As time grew, I came to my schoolings, not as not as other kids. I went to school with a huge smile, not with a huge cry on my face. So you guys must be wondering, this man standing here, how is he so much confident talking in front of this large audience? All thanks to my grandfather. He is a Jain philosopher and he goes to many Jain speeches. There, he took me and he made me speak a little speeches in front of the huge crowd. That's when I grew myself as a speaker and my stage fear got reduced. As I moved on in my life, I was taken care by my grandparents than my parents, as my parents were working. I can still remember through my photos that the days when my grandfather took me on his shoulders and made me go around in the park, and the delicious food cooked by my grandmother. Wait, not cooked, still cooking by my grandmother to make me so fat today. So fat. Then coming to my schoolings, I did not have much memories there. Uh, because of the situation or friends or the school I was in, I could not make much memories there. But meanwhile, I could make a huge number of memories than in the schooling. That was in my summer holidays of my school time in a camp located in Chamarajpeti named as Makalkuta. Couple of years I went as a camper, then followed by the volunteers, and that's the one of my aha moment joining the camp. That camp made me go crazy, do all the things from drama, dancing, fighting, etc., etc., etc. I have huge memories to say, and 4 to 6 minutes time is not at all sufficient for me to explain that. While I was enjoying peacefully my life, there came my first nightmare. 10th board exams, guys. First nightmare for any student is a 10th board exam, right? Okay, keeping all my activities aside, I started to sit, study hard day and night. And all thanks to the Almighty and my hard work, I passed out my 10th with a lovely colors. As soon as I was in the happiness of my 10th passing, I got a bad signal saying this, which stream you're going to. After a long fight with my parents, they were saying, go to integrated college, me saying, no, I will go to a full free college. But as usual, my parents win and I lose. And I went to integrated college. Not much of memories there. I would never say that because I have 48 GB full of photos and videos of all the moments I captured there in my schooling. So I would say I had a lot of memories there. Again, my second nightmare came. I was all prepared this time because I already had faced first nightmare more worse than this because I did it in ICSE syllabus. Now I was in state syllabus and I was a little bit relaxed. Again with my brother, I studied day and night, cousin brother. I studied day and night so that we both pass out with flying colors. Yes, we did pass out. And after passing out, I was a free man because I got my DL, I got my voting ID, and I can go roam anywhere I could with my vehicle because that was my father's vehicle. Taking my father's vehicle, taking the DL in my hand, I roamed all the colleges in Bangalore and ended up in City Engineering College with taking computer science as my background. From there, There is no turning back in my life, and I have experienced all the possible ways here, from all the pampered things to all the excitements in life, all the memories I had captured in small little system present in front of me. Still, life is going on with a happy flow and a great as a public speaker in front of you guys. This is your Udank, Arun Jain, your best friend, and your Toastmaster who can you guys can depend on. With that note, I hand over the charge back to the Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Udanka, for taking us across your life journey. Now, let me call upon the second evaluator for the day, a mechanical engineer who builds planes. His aha moment surely was when he skydived. Adding to that, he also flew an airplane for a very short duration. It is surely an aha moment for us to hear that. So, Toastmaster Rajesh Patel, please do read out the guidelines for the second speaker.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bhavani. Good morning, Toastmasters. Toastmaster Balasubramanya will be attempting his speech from the Dynamic Leadership Path, Level 1, Project 1, titled The Icebreaker. The objectives of his speech are to introduce himself and to introduce basic public speaking skills that he already possesses. He can use notes if needed, and I'd request him to control signs of nervousness if any. Good luck, Toastmaster Bala. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajesh. A very emotional person, but a funny guy who is a big fan of Tom and Jerry. He hails from Tumkur. His aha moment was when he scored 444th rank in PGCET exams, as it was unexpected. So let us welcome the second speaker for the day, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam, Icebreaker. Icebreaker, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam.
Yeah. Before starting the meet, am I audible and visible? Yeah. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day. Dear guests and fellow Toastmasters, I'm always inspired by Swami Vivekananda. I would like to quote, "Arise, awake, and do not stop until the goal is reached." In the year 1999,
Sir,
in the year 1999, 14 December was a day of celebration. At the day, as I came into this world, I was named as Balasubramaniam. My parents love the singer S.P. Balasubramaniam, but I don't think so that I'm able to sing like him and I am able to.
hey, cute. Hey, super, bro.
I have a voice like him. Born in a traditional and orthodox family, my father, Nagaraju,
Looking cute.
has a business printing wedding cards, and my mother, Gayatri, she was a school teacher. I have an elder sibling named Shrikant. He is my best and closest buddy ever. I share everything with him, and he is the great inspiration and a mentor to me. He I share everything, and he is going to uh, he is going to guide and mentor in each of my things in my life. He is a well-wisher for me now also. Like the saying, school life is golden life. Till the class 9th, I was enjoyed with my parents, siblings, friends, and neighborhood. I was I studied in LRG Vidyalayam English Medium High School. Though I was not good at academics, I was an enthusiastic person, and I was always wanted to gather a lot of knowledge with others. And I was able to take up my bicycle and pedal to Lepakshi with my friends, so that to have a good time with them almost every weekend. At, at everyone know that a piece of steel cannot become a sword without hammering and firing. Even I too believe that. So I similarly I faced challenging situation in my academics, I felt humiliated at the class 9 by getting a less percentage in the ninth class. So that make me motivated and dedicated so to get resulting in 90% in my SSC. From here, I went to Swarna Bharati Junior College and I did very well. There, I went to do my degree. During my college life, I had a lot of friends and which they helped stood by me thin and thick, and I still treasure to them, which I credit to my enjoyable hostel life. My college working hours was 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Later on, it is just 4 hours, so that I get a lot of time to enjoy with my friends and going to Devara and Durga Hills, and I am able to enjoy with them very much. And I'm also an avid biker. I love to go to long distances, and uh, I have gone to many places like Munnar, Vijayawada, Araku Valley, and Rishikonda Beach, which is located in Visakhapatnam. And that was the best moment that I have been enjoyed in my life. After the graduation, I decided to take my professional course and I was able so that I'm able to add value to my academic career. So I decided to do my MBA on my as my post graduation, and even I and so that I even took my entrance exam, and luckily I was lucky and I got admission and I was landed in this college. So now I have been changed my path from Tumkur to Bangalore. In all these years, uh, I have been away from my parents uh, due to academic purpose. So I felt homesick, but my BMS buddies helped me to keep my spirits high. I like everyone has a dream. Even I have a dream that I would like to have a bike on my own one day. So I would like to bike to Ladakh, Spiti Valley, and Nathula Pass, and keep my passion of bike riding on my lifetime. Right from my childhood, I have a habit that cooking food, and even I am a foodie. I decided to learn cooking and to prepare food for myself, so that uh, while I was doing my graduation, I stayed in a small house with my brother, so that at that time we don't have any type of option, so that we need to make our food for ourselves. That time I decided to learn food for myself, and I tried with some new dishes. Basically, I tried with small dishes. Later on, through the availability of internet, and I start with trying new foods, like watching through YouTube videos. I learned, and I have prepared like pulao, ghee rice, palak paneer, and some other foods. Due to pandemic, in the previous year, I got a leisure time, and even at that time, the cooking at home was a trend. Even I tried to learn many foods with the help of my mother, so that she helped me very much in preparing sweet and spicy snacks while during the evening times, so that I'm able to learn and I'm able to cook for further days. And I learned the items like dishes like jamun, rasgulla, French fries, finger chips, and all these things at that time. And in free time, I would like to listen music very much, and I think music is a healer. So, and life is a challenge, and I always would like to take up the challenge. And before coming to Bangalore, I came from a small town, so that I am poor at English and even at public speaking. Through this Toastmasters International, I'm able to learn further and able to develop myself in case of English and public speaking, so that able to make speeches by the guidance of mentors, so that I'm able to develop well and able to be a better person tomorrow. Thank you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Balasubramaniam. It is good to hear that your motivation and dedication keep on increasing day by day. Now, let me call upon a passionate teacher who loves to cook, especially for the people she loves. She did exclaim, aha, when she won the best speaker in a humorous speech, which is the most challenging one. Toastmaster Ritu Singhi, please do lay the guidelines for the third speaker.
Thank you for that introduction. So my target speaker is attempting her level 2 project 1. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles, identify her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of her style on others. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritu. It is time for the third speaker to shine. A Bachelor of Science student from Mount Carmel, who is the current VPPR in Republic of Toastmasters. Her aha moment was when she scored 93% in 10th and was the school captain in the same grade. Timer, please note the timing of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Pramodini Joshi, my true passion. My true passion, Toastmaster Pramodini Joshi.
Thank you. Am I audible? Sound and clear? Okay. Okay. Yeah. How many of your parents wanted you to take up engineering or medicine? Just like all typical Indian parents, my parents too wished that I would take up engineering. I, in fact, joined Diksha College for my PU, which happens to be an integrated college. I clearly didn't want to go to tuitions. So I decided that I'll join an integrated college, which will help me in cracking up the competitive exams. As the days passed by, I realized that engineering is not something that I am passionate about. It's humans, lives, and animals that give me chills. However, I did write my CAT exam, and when the results were out, my parents and my friends' parents started forcing me to take up engineering. I'll be honest with you guys. My parents have never forced me to do anything in my life, especially when it comes to academics. But that day, they wanted me to take up engineering or at least wait till the counseling. But I was sure of what I wanted and what I loved. So I started explaining my parents as to why I wanted to study BSc. I analyzed that they were worried about the degree BSc and what jobs would I get if I end up in this field. Just like how most of them think that it's almost a useless degree, but it's definitely not, because unlike the older BSc degree, the current one has a triple major. I started expressing that biology is my true passion. It fascinates me, and I don't have to rant while I'm studying that subject. I don't want to take some course just because it has more scope or people think that it does. I made my parents understand that it's not just 4 years of my life that I would be unhappy, but rest of my but entire career. So and about the jobs, I told them not to worry because food, medicine, and industry fields will never stop working until the world comes to an end. After listening to all these, my parents did consider whatever I told them. And when the pandemic hit the world, they understood the importance of biologists and the job offers that they're being receiving now. Now, when I look back, I understand that I used analytical communication to, which happens to be my dominant. Guys, am I audible? Uh, am I audible, guys, or is it disturbing?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So now when I look back, I understand that analytical communication is my dominant style of communication, where I used and where I analyzed that using logic, and I convinced my parents. Exactly 2 years prior to this incident, I joined Diksha College, and I met few wonderful people whose vibes did not match with Diksha, just like mine. One among us was a girl named Ananya, who did not show up to college after quite some time. We were worried. We started calling her, texting her, but we did not get any reply in return. So exactly after 1 week, she showed up to college, and we got to know that her phone was confiscated by her parents, and that is the reason she couldn't reply. And all that she had was her mother's phone. She started feeling left out because she was not involved in the group, and she was not being updated what was happening in the group by evening because she didn't have her phone. So one day she came up to us and started expressing that until and unless she initiates a conversation, no one even bothered to do it. No one concentrated on this much because she told it out as a joke. But I somewhere felt that it was more than a joke. So the same evening, I went home and I initiated a conversation with her by telling out the truth that the only reason I did not talk to her all these days was because I didn't know how her family worked, or was it fine for me to text on her mother's phone. She was truly happy when I initiated this conversation. She felt valued that I did because it was not her who made an effort of initiating a conversation this time, but it was me who made an effort. That one conversation made a huge difference in both of our lives. If I had not initiated that conversation, probably we wouldn't be best friends by now, and I wouldn't know how great of a person she is. These two communication styles happen to be my dominant style of communication, and I will tell you guys why you should use them in your life. Using analytical communication, you can win any situation or any conversation that you are in. Being impulsive will make things complicated. Obviously, the other person will never listen to you. But if you analyze and explain it to the other person, he or she will definitely understand and listen to it. So it's a win-win situation. On the other hand, if you initiating a conversation builds so many doors of opportunities, I am sure many of us here would have been hesitant to initiate a conversation. And by that, we would have missed so many opportunities by now. So let's not make the same mistake and let's start initiating a conversation. So from next time, when you are in a conversation, try and analyze what is your dominant style of communication. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pramodini. That was a well speech to explain about the different types of communication. Now we are at the end of the first session of the meeting, the prepared speech session. Now moving on to the second session, I'd like to call upon the person who is the reason that we, the MBA students, could survive lockdown easily. All thanks to his jokes and puns, which kept us all entertained. He states that he was the dead opposite when what he is now during his engineering days, but it is quite hard to believe. During the first sem accounts examination, he was happy to see the 10-mark question on the question paper, as he knew the topic. So it was his aha moment. But when he started reading the question, it became his oh moment, when the answer was not what it was supposed to be. His dream of getting those easy marks in accounts lost. And he also thanks himself for not choosing finance in the next term. So now put your hands together to the humorous table topic master for the day, Toastmaster Syed Mohammed. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavani, for the lovely and introduction of mine. I shall be the table topic master for today. But before we dive into this session, I shall lay out a quick guidelines of how the session is going to be. So I have prepared a few topics and I shall be picking people at random. You are supposed to come up on stage and speak for about 1 to 2 minutes. The timer shall show a green card at 1 minute, a yellow card at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and they will show the red card at 2 minutes. So anyone speaking below 1 minute or exceeding 2.5 minutes shall be disqualified. With that, just give me a moment. I shall share the screen and we shall go. And yeah, one more thing. I shall either pick people at random or you can go ahead and raise your hand if you want to volunteer for a topic. So let us dive in. Are there any volunteers? So let us start with that. DTM Kavita ma'am. Okay, fine, ma'am. Would you want to choose a number, or do you want me to give you a specific topic? Ma'am? Do we have Kavita ma'am with us?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Fine. I shall ask you a question if it's okay.
Perfectly okay. Go on.
Okay, ma'am. So the first topic for today, when you ever looked at a person, have you ever looked at a person and clicked with them right away, saying that, aha, this is a person who shall be with me for the rest of my life?
Of course, it has happened many times. But if you're very specific that this person is going to be my life partner, then it happened only twice. The first time, it was in college. Just like you guys, I was also very involved and engrossed as a student. But this one guy, whose name was Pratik, he was my senior, and we used to play shuttle badminton together. A lot of times mixed doubles. And I was also part of the NCC in my college, and he was also a senior under officer, and I was reporting to him as well. Of course, we had separate boys and girls sections. But then, so I think that close association and the competency or, the charm of that person started to dig into me. And we became really good friends, and, life went on. And after 1 year, I realized that he was more of a friend to me than I could perceive him as my boyfriend. We never had those vibes. So I think that was my aha moment, because I'm glad that I realized it. So he's friends with me for a lifetime now. He lives in the US, and he's married, and I respect him a lot because he supported his wife to finish her education and get a job. And he was a house husband for 2 whole years while doing his master's. And that increased my respect for him. And further on, I met my sweetheart of my life and got married. It's been 29 years since I'm married, and life is really good. So I think my son also picked up on me, and he also married his college crush. Of course, I didn't, but he did. Well, crushes happen many times in life, but it's for us to realize what it really means to us. So that was my one person who really rubbed off on me for a lifetime. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Kavita ma'am, for the lovely sharing your life experience with us. Moving ahead, do we have any other volunteers? DTM Narayan, sir. Okay, DTM Narayan, sir, I have a topic for you. Just a second. Okay. So this topic is a bit different because this is switch. So I shall, after every 30 seconds, I shall give you I shall give you the topic. And then after every 30 seconds, I will ask you to switch. So for first, you can start off with being for or against the topic. And whenever I say switch, you shall have to be the opposite. I hope you understood. Okay, good. So the topic for you is Bangalore traffic is awesome. Bangalore traffic is awesome. DTM Narayan.
Table topics master, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Traffic, I always like it because it gives us tremendous pleasure in enjoying the surroundings. We can relax sitting in the car or in our vehicle. We can look at the mobile. We can hear songs. Definitely, instead of cursing the traffic, we must enjoy it because every time all the things may be not in our favor. We must be in a position to enjoy the adversities also. So I believe I went to Bangalore many times. What it is, how much time we are losing through traffic. All of you know the time is the most precious things in the world. Then how can we afford this much time losing in a traffic? We must understand the value of the time and we must do something to avoid this Bangalore traffic. It is horrible, and definitely if we value the time, something to be done regarding the traffic. I don't like that. See, I like traffic because we should allow all the other people to travel. We are living in a country where the population is so much. We must know that our economy is not that much enough to build so much roads and bridges and other things. So we must acknowledge, or we must allow other people also to travel all these things, and we must understand the convenience of the people, and we must go along with the other people. So we need not curse anyone, and we must be in a concurrence with the necessity of other people. And so what I say is, we must, there may be so many adversities, but we must cope with the adversities and live a happy life.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Narayanan. That was a lovely topic. I mean, that was a lovely speech, and we could always see the frustration Bangalore traffic brings out in us. Moving ahead, I would like to call upon Jeevita M, if you are here with us. Jeevita M. I think we kind of lost her. Tanuja GS. Do we have Tanuja GS with us? Do we have Tanuja GS with us? Okay. Fine. We have a bit of a conflict, so I shall go with the fastest finger first. Toastmaster Akshita from RT. She's our guest for today. Will you take up the topic?
Yeah, hello.
So I have another switch topic for you. Pineapple on pizza is the best thing ever. Pineapple on pizza is the best thing ever. Toastmaster Akshita.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever had a pizza with pineapple toppings on it? Imagine it's the world's best pizza because you have both sour and you will also have the taste of sweetness in it. Pineapples are the best fruit you can ever have, and having them on pizza is, of course, amazing. It's going to make your mouth water as much as your cheese would. And then, guess what? If you put chili flakes on pineapple, it makes it even more yummy. Have you had those roadside yuck pineapples and pizza? How can a person even imagine such a combination? Like really, like the vegetables on pizza were not enough, that they've added pineapples and fruits also to it to make it even more disgusting, and to make it to a point that how much of a love we have for pizza is going all the way to the drain. It's going to just make us more sick and sick of having that pizza, because fruits on pizza, really, is that even a thing? Like, but so when I was talking about pineapples on pizza. I was making you remember the street vendors that come around. You know, they cut pineapples, put nice chutney on it, and give you. It's so yummy. You can feel it. Your mouth literally starts watering when you have that. So imagine that with chili flakes on it. It's going to be the best combination ever, and you are going to enjoy this special pizza dish whenever you are served in front of you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshita, for the lovely speech on how pineapple on pizza is very nice. Thank you. With that, moving ahead, I would like to call Toastmaster Surya, if you're here with us. Toastmaster Surya.
Hello, Toastmaster Syed.
Hello. Long time no see.
Long
Okay,
time no see
so
indeed. Yeah.
nice. So I shall be giving you a switch topic as well. Students should be paid to go to school or college. Students should be paid to go to school or college. Toastmaster Surya.
Okay, let me just. Students should be paid to go to school or college.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that, Toastmaster Syed. I definitely believe students have to be paid to go to school or college, because if you pay a student, he or she is going to come with even more aplomb and attend classes, especially during these times when you're attending online class. I mean, imagine we had class from 9:30 to 6:30 in the evening the other day. Bhavani will agree with me. 9:30 to 6:30 for finance classes. Give us money. It is like sitting through a job, a 9 to 5 job. This is more hectic than that.
Switch.
I will definitely attend. I will attend 24 hours a day. But then come on, yeah, teachers are taking so much of time and effort to really come forth and do the online stuff. Just imagine the state of the teachers. We can't really expect payment out of them. They have to get paid, and we have to think about the teachers first. We have to give them the secret that we can. And go offline. Come on, this is the time to study, and then later we'll start earning. Now, why do we have to worry about money and all now? Money doesn't matter, as a great man once said. So we need to keep that in mind. But also, again, monetary benefits, come on, we definitely, money would be a huge motivating factor. And, just imagine our daily coffee, our daily, as a great man in our college himself once said, one pushka and half kebab. So we can afford that with the money that we have. And, getting paid will definitely, whether we tally balance sheets or not, at least our balance in our account will look good. So isn't that what matters at the end of the day? So when we go forward, so yeah, I think definitely you have to pay money, because attending classes is like it's almost as if you're attending another internship itself. So come on, I think you can't deny the fact that some sort of motivation has to be provided through monetary benefits. So definitely money matters. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Surya. You gave out our heart-wrenching feelings to the world. So hopefully we shall be heard and be paid to attend classes. With that, let us move on to another topic. Any volunteers? Again, before I can pick them. Any volunteers? DTM Subramaniam. Okay, sir. We shall have you on stage. And the topic for you is, have you ever eaten something for the first time and absolutely loved it? Like, have you eaten something for the first time and then absolutely loved it? Like, aha, this tastes so good that it's awesome. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Syed. Yes, I have eaten several things several times for the first time. And if I have to recollect my happiest experience of eating something for the first time, it has to be that one time where I had to definitely eat that one specific flavor of ice cream, that is jackfruit flavor. I have heard from so many people so many times that jackfruit is the favorite flavor of ice cream, and so much yummy it is that they just by hearing it, I get water in my mouth. And I was searching here and there so much that I was not aware exactly how much I was missing that flavor. And after hearing from almost like more than 50 people about that specific flavor, and then after reading about it, for the first time in 2016, I got a chance to visit an outlet of IBACO near Richmond Circle. There, I was so happy to just see that jackfruit flavor is available that I did not wait for it. I just went there. I bought 2 scoops for ice cream for myself, and then I enjoyed enjoyed every spoon of that flavor. And till now, I think you can blame me for indulging myself. Every time I go and visit an ice cream outlet, I always manage to have a jackfruit flavor along with some other flavor. Yeah, that's my favorite memory.
Thank you, DTM Subramaniam, for sharing your experience. Hopefully, we shall all, once this lockdown ends, we shall go try out jackfruit ice cream as well. Moving ahead, I have a few more topics left. Any volunteers? Any volunteers? Toastmaster Anagha, and we have another Toastmaster, Shiv Tejas. I shall go with Shiv Tejas and then come back to you, Anagha. So Toastmaster Shiv Tejas, do we have you here with us? Yes, you are here. Was there an aha moment when you were studying something really tough and then you finally understood it, like, oh, aha. So did you ever have that moment? If you could, please share it with us.
I had one aha moment when I was studying. In my second PU, actually, I had statistics as my one of the primary subjects. We used to get a concept called TRT and FRT, which is time reversal test and factor reversal test, if I remember. I don't know if it's correct or not. I think it might suffice with what I am telling. That was a simple rule at all the time. TRT should be equal to 1 and FRT had something else. It was like a copy paste thing. At the initial stages, I was not understanding this shittiest concept of all. I was hating this concept like hell. One instance came that I should teach 2 of my friends TRT and FRT. And I myself, I am not pakka with those concepts, and how can I teach? They were telling me it's easy, and I was telling no, it is not. Definitely TRT and FRT is not at all my thing. Please do not ask. Finally, I made up my mind. Then I went through the textbook and just saw I'm seeing TRT will be equal to 1 and FRT will be equal to something, so that the concept of only equalizing things is this both. That moment I had, not like, aha, the happy moment, aha, why did I miss this concept my whole life? So that I would have got 20 to 25 marks very easily. Then, because of those 2 friends, I learned the topic, and when I taught them the same topic, that was the aha moment of my life. Over to you, Toastmaster Syed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiv Tejas, for sharing your aha moment. Those subjects, those few topics, they never get inside your brain, and everything is like a plane over your head. Been there, done that. So moving ahead, I would like to call Toastmaster Bharat. Toastmaster Bharat, do we have you here with us? Toastmaster Monica
Hello.
DH. Okay, yeah, fine. We have Toastmaster Bharat with us. So I shall give you a topic which I think everyone will relate to. Have you ever been compared to that one cousin who scores really well in all the subjects, but then there was this one time you beat them? You said, aha, I beat you. Toastmaster Bharat.
Sorry, I didn't get you. I'm having some technical issue. Can you repeat me for?
Okay, so have you ever been compared to a cousin of yours who excels in studies and whatever they do, but then there was this one instance where you actually beat them and you had that aha moment?
Actually, in my circle of surrounding, I never had a cousin who scored better than me. I think I'm the only one person who could continue with my masters. So I would rather I can imagine for a moment that I prefer my cousins are in good scoring, and I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm the least one. If I get over them, if I get over them, I would rather take my result screenshot and put it to the family group and state aside. Best part is I'll be tagging them to my story also to get them overjoyed and over getting them on me and ragging them to an extent. I would I would say that it may be my aha moment or oh moment maybe also. Thank you. Over to the Toastmasters, Syed. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat, for sharing that one. They say 99%, but you are that 1% who has never been compared to cousin. So kudos to that. Another volunteer, or should I pick Toastmaster Sahana K? Toastmaster Sahana K,
Yes.
are you with us?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, can you tell that one moment when someone did something really nice for you? That one moment when someone did something really nice for you, Toastmaster Sahana.
Okay, really nice. It would be my parents itself. Uh, like I had a very downfall in my PU days. PU days was very worst in my entire life. I can still remember 2015 to 17 was a nightmare to me. I just dropped from my studies very badly, and I couldn't focus on my studies, and it was just on a flicks. I was not good at it. I got a very less percentage also. Then though my father, he just gave me so much of hope in my life. He just said, whatever you want to do, you do. You don't want to study, it's okay. You can be at home. I'll be very pleased to look after you. Or if you want to study you can do, you can take arts again or commerce, anything you wish. He never ever actually he never restricted me in my entire life. He just gave me the hope that I can do anything that I want to do. He was so happy if I would have taken arts because of some civil background in my family. He actually encouraged me to do anything in my life. Me and my sister both are daughters to him, but he actually nurtured us like son itself. He gave us full freedom, and he was the nicest person, and who never ever changed in my entire. Okay, I'm still 21, so till 21, he never changed. Is completely he's just same, and he's being so nicest, and he's my best friend ever who can be for me. I just love my father. That's all. Thank you, Sayed, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahana. And I can only dream of such a freedom, because if I tell too loud, I'd probably get beaten up by my parents or something. But that's something else. So coming up, we have the last topic, which is a switch topic. So I request Toastmaster Ritu to take up the topic.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Toastmaster Ritu, idli vada sambar dip is very good. Idli vada sambar dip is very good. Go.
Okay. So my topic is idli vada sambar dip is very good. Yes, it is very good, especially although I'm a Jain and I actually, my native is from Rajasthan. I'm from Rajasthan. I've always been in Bangalore, born and brought up. I resonate myself with the locals here. I love the food, and I will always prefer South Indian food over North Indian food. Like that's something everybody has to know, that I will always take idli, vada, dosa over any kind of
Switch.
Okay, so I think idli vada sambar dip is not really good. Yes, idli is good, sambar is good, and vada is also good. But when you mix it, it's a weird thing. Like I don't like dip. Personally, I usually take it separate. Okay, like the term separate here. Yeah, I take separate, and I even need chutney with it. So I make my own combinations, and every bite is different. So no, I don't like idli vada sambar dip. And
Switch.
okay, so coming back to it, So idli vada sambar dip is a really good combination, and it's because when you dip it, the entire vada and idli is, like every particle of it is mixed with the sambar. Like when you actually take a bite, your mouth is just not plain idli. There's no way you'll get one particle also which is plain idli or plain vada. It has to be fully immersed in sambar, and
Switch.
that's why idli vada sambar is a really good one. But each to its own. I personally don't like it. I always prefer different. I don't even like vada. It's a really unpopular opinion, and I know that I'm creating a lot of haters here. But I dislike vada a little, and I love idlis. And my family really calls me idli, like you're eating idlis and you're becoming one idli only. So they always taunt me. But I really love idli vada separate, not dip. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritu, and I apologize for giving such a controversial topic, though controversial topics are not allowed. So with that, I think we have come to the conclusion of the table topic session. I hope it was a great session for everyone. And back to you, the Toastmaster of the day, Bhavan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Syed, for the wonderful session. And I'm sure it is going to be very hard for the audience to vote for the best table topic speaker. So all the best for you people while voting. And now we have come to the end and the last part of the meeting. Now I'd like to call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, ready to give out his evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. Well, it was such an aplomb meeting. Everybody had a good response towards the table topic session and also the prepared speeches. Now let's get started directly with the individual evaluations. Starting off with the first speaker, Toastmaster Udank, and his evaluator, yours truly. So I've been fortunate to witness Toastmaster Udank for a very long time. I've seen his first icebreaker speech also the last time he gave. If you didn't know, this is his third part that he's taking forward. So I have seen him start off his Toastmasters journey right from the beginning all the way up till today. The very fact of his speech today shows the journey, the experience, the learnings of his entire Toastmaster journey that is put forward in this one speech itself. It just shows his true potential and also the preparation that went behind the speech. He had everything in place. He had his family, interest, profession. It was not like he started talking about school, then college, then profession, then he started off with parents. He started off with a very subtle way of putting his parents in between, grandfather, grandmother, everybody. He had in every bit of the story. In that way, he's not just he's not trying to put his entire life in the form of an icebreaker in like a timeline format, but he's doing it as a story which everyone will get it, because story is something which everyone remembers. Because if you put something like a timeline, not everybody tends to remember. I know I still remember the very bits of his Toastmaster, his life journey, such as his 48 GB of storage of food, photos of his PUC, him traveling on bike after he got his license to get to colleges. The way he presented shows that the way he presented shows that you can make people remember your story in the form of a story. Make people remember your story. Apart from that, there's nothing that I could actually suggest to him for today. All the best to his future speeches. Thank you, and back to me again. Now, getting back to the second speech for the day by Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam. And can we have the evaluation by Toastmaster Rajesh?
Sure, Toastmaster Sai. So, Toastmaster Bala, how are you feeling? I'm sure that it must be like an aha moment after having delivered your first icebreaker speech. I liked I like the way you delivered your speech. You had a kind of sing-song, pleasant style of speaking, which appealed to me the most. That was one thing that stood out to me the most. You also chose to stand and deliver. Not many Toastmasters do it. In fact, seasoned Toastmasters do, but it's very rare that people follow it for an icebreaker. So you stood and delivered your speech. Kudos to you. You started the speech with a huge shot of confidence with aplomb. I like that as well. But there are a lot of improvements also that I can suggest to you. First, of course, is the placement of camera. I think you sat and adjusted your camera, and as soon as you stood up, your face wasn't visible. So all I could see was your hands and your upper body, but not the face. Uh, you also seemed to be nervous because you were swaying. You didn't have a firm stance while you were speaking. So please work on that. The gestures also, you had kind of this gesture always. Please avoid that. Not a very pleasant thing to see while you are delivering speeches. During your aha moment, there were also a lot of ooh, ah moment wherein you took a lot of pauses. So work with your mentor, and I'm sure you'll be able to overcome it. Your time was 7 minutes, 22 seconds. So you overshot your time limit. I really do not want to ask you to repeat your speech, but sit with your mentor, I don't know how your club works. So speak to the seniors of your club, and if they suggest you to repeat the speech, please go ahead. I liked your energy during the start of the speech, but I saw a dip somewhere during the middle. Try continuing the same energy throughout your speech. Good that you spoke of Toastmasters. Good that you know that you have to be a better public speaker. You are here at the right place at the right moment. So I'm sure that you will be a better speaker, but keep delivering speeches very consistently, and keep in mind the inputs that you get from your evaluators and your mentors. All in all, I like the speech. I like the structure. I like the clarity and conviction with which you spoke. But of course, the camera placement could have been better, gestures could have been better, and please try to stay within time while you speak the next time. Over to you, Toastmasters. Thank you very much, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh, for that sandwich style of evaluation. Uh, you included a lot of negative over positive for his first icebreaker speech. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because since it being a first icebreaker speech, the first speech of his Toastmasters journey, a little bit of encouragement would also mean a lot to him. He might need to another attempt or two more to take it forward, but giving him the push will actually matter to him. Apart from that, you did mention about him taking suggestions of his mentors, evaluators, and also his camera angle, which was a little off for today. Uh, all in all, good. Can we have a big round of applause for the evaluator and the speaker? All right, thank you. Moving on to the third speaker for the day, Toastmaster Pramodini. Can we have the evaluator, Toastmaster Ritu, give her evaluation?
Hi, am I audible? Great. So first of all, congratulations, Pramodini, on completing your speech. You did a great job. And I will start with the areas you excelled at. The first thing you did is you asked a question. Now, when you ask a question, you automatically grab the attention of the audience. So very good job done on that. You introduced, started really well. The second thing I really felt was good in your speech. You had a smooth flow. The transition was very smooth and not abrupt. And I didn't feel like, the structure was a little okay-ish or something like this. It just happened one by one, one by one. We kept hearing your speech. And the third thing I really liked about your entire speech, your project, is your hand gestures. They were good. Since it's an online meeting, those gestures are enough. We need to know how much body language to use depending upon the platform we are. So I think your hand gestures were perfect according to your speech and according to the platform here. Now coming to the areas of improvement, your speech was to talk about your speech style, your communication style, right? Which is the analytical style and initiative style. Although you gave, your personal anecdotes, your personal life examples about how you are an analytical or an initiative person a little more on. So my focus is you should have elaborated more on how you analyzed or how you took an initiative. Yes, you did tell, but a little more details. Where you could cut down is the background story. Yes, we do need the background story, but you can cut down a little because that's not really important. The important part of your speech is you showing instances and elaborating how you analyzed the situation or how you changed people's mind through analyzation. And second thing is it's the same for both initiative style also. Elaborate more on the very instance of how you initiated it, add a few more lines and make it more like visualize it, like make us visualize the entire thing and have more ways you could say that this is my style without saying this is my style. That's all. And the a little more improvement is don't worry if you have a background noise. We can understand that it's an online setup and we are at our homes and it does happen sometimes. Try avoiding, but don't get distracted. No worries. When you have a noise and you know it, higher your voice, like be a little more louder so your speech is clear. That's all. No worries, it does happen. So whenever this happens or whenever you're distracted, try not getting distracted, focus on your speech, be a little louder if you need. To summarize, you had a great speech, smooth structure, just elaborate more on your purpose and you will be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritu, for that textbook style of evaluation. What I really liked about your evaluation was you picked up points where the speaker could improve really on. You didn't mention it out in general. That you just said you can improve your type of style and also how you can do it. You just gave an example. So that way the speaker will know where they can concentrate on and also work on it for future speeches. That was really good. Another thing I really liked is you comforted the speaker during evaluation for the disturbance she had during her speech for the telephone ringing. Of course, we are in an online situation and everything is not in our control. But even though you made it a point to mention that, actually shows that you paid attention to detail for all the entire script. And one point to the speaker is, I really liked how you had anecdotes for the type of styles you were trying to present, which shows that you've identified your style and also using that anecdote while presenting your speech, which shows that you take this pathways very seriously. All in all, it was good. Can we have a round of applause for both the speaker and evaluator? All right. Now, getting to the entire meeting. The meeting started at exact 11 o'clock. There was no delay, and all the speakers, road takers, everybody were present on time. It shows the preparation everybody takes to get here on time, even though it's 11 on a Saturday. The Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Shubhashri, is she here? All right. So the Sergeant at Arms is the first person of the meeting who takes over and addresses the entire audience. They are expected to give in their maximum energy to get everybody's attention from the word go. Toastmaster Shubhashri, you had a very good content to your speech, but a little more increase of your voice or pitch to make everybody grab their attention would be appreciated. This is just a suggestion. Maybe you could work on this with your help of your mentors or club members. And you introduced the president in a really nice way. You had their experience also put in and how they help you out. So that makes a lot of difference being the president of the club. Now coming to the president, can we have a huge round of applause for the Sergeant at Arms? Thank you. Coming to the president, Toastmaster Anaga, a small bit, if you could have a bit more lighting, that would have been really great, because there was an incident in my club where the general evaluator confused between the two speakers and was trying to give compliment to one, but it ended up going to another because he couldn't identify. So for that sake of clarity, a bit more. Apart from that, you welcome the guests. Being a very high populated meeting today, you welcome as much as you can, because it's not possible to welcome everybody in such situations. You started off with a quote. there are only two things I feel can grab an attention audience right. One is a quote, another is a question, and you got it right by using a quote. You told us about your journey from the school, how you were not good as a leader, how the teacher couldn't identify you as a leader, but how the Toastmasters has helped you. Setting a right example through using Toastmaster journey really helps the members to see that they also can use this platform to get better of themselves and also show that they can improve and also reach to a president one day. Congratulations and good speech on that. Can we have a huge round of applause for the president? All right. Your introduction to the Master of Ceremonies had a very personal touch to it. It lacked a professional front. For example, we didn't know what she does. Maybe you know her, but a lot of us who are guests here are not really aware of what she does. Maybe you could add what she does and also because it'll add to a complete picture. And Master of Ceremonies, I'll get back to a little later. And coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Sayal. All I can say is he had all the aha moment topics where everybody has their aha before they can actually speak. Oh, aha, I got this topic. Let me give it a shot. He had his topics in place. He also explained about the rules, the timing requirements of the table topic session. He explained it well, even though it was already done in the start. It shows that he really wants speaker to speak really well on the topic that he's going to present. One suggestion I have for everybody taking up table topics in the future, maybe you could try and work on this. Instead of volunteering, asking people to volunteer, try to call them out instant. For example, when you're trying to volunteer, say, can I have volunteers right now? And say Toastmaster DTM Subramaniam raises his hand. Now the rest of the audience will not bother to look at the question. They won't even read it or give a thought on it. But if the same, you present the topic, any topic, topic, then call out the speaker. So in that way, you get the entire audience to think, what if it is for me? That way, it will be helpful because table topic session is something where you got to think independently on the speech, impromptu, by giving as minimal time as possible. That way, they'll be able to present better and also out of the box thoughts. Apart from that, you really had very varied topics. You had good switches topics too. You didn't stick to a single type and all amazing topics. All the members I could see could speak for a minimum of at least a minute, which shows that the topics were easy for all the members to speak on. Good work on that. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmasters? All right. Now coming to my support team who's been throughout the entire meeting, let's call and get their report. Starting off with the timer, Toastmaster Akshata.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. So the timings are like this. Acting second at arms, Toastmaster Subhashri took 3 minutes 3 seconds. Presiding officer Toastmaster Anaga took 5 minutes 42 seconds. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavani took 4 minutes 20 minutes. General evaluator Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy took 4 minutes 30 seconds. Speaker Toastmaster Udanka took 6 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Balasubramaniam took 7 minutes 22 seconds. Toastmaster Pramodini Joshi took 6 minutes 28 seconds. General evaluator Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy took 1 minute 47 seconds for the evaluation, and Toastmaster Rajesh Patel took 2 minutes 58 seconds for the evaluation, and Toastmaster Ritu Singh took 3 minutes 17 seconds for the evaluation. Coming to table topic speakers, Toastmaster Kavita took 2 minutes 35 seconds. DTM Narayanan took 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Akshita took 1 minute 51 seconds. Toastmaster Surya took 2 minutes 12 seconds. DTM Subramaniam took 1 minute 29 seconds. Toastmaster Shiv Tejas took 1 minute 37 seconds. Toastmaster Bharat took 51 seconds. Toastmaster Sahana took 1 minute 51 seconds. And Toastmaster Ritu Singh took 2 minutes 25 seconds. Now I'll hand it over back to Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshata, for that detailed timer report. Now, can we have the report by our counter, Toastmaster Shiva Sharana?
Thank you, Sai Snehal. So Toastmaster Udanka Toastmaster Udanka used the word and used by Toastmaster Udanka is 4 times and so used 1 time. Toastmaster Bal Subramanya used for 10 times and so for 5 times, like for 2 times and more for more than 5 times. Toastmaster Pramodini Joshi used for 2 times and for 3 times and yeah for 1 time. And in Toastmaster Kavita used for 3 times and so for 1 time and for 9 times. DTM Narayan used for 9 times and so for 1 time. And Toastmaster Akshata used for 2 times and so for 1 time and like for 1 time and for 3 times. Toastmaster Surya Narayan used for 5 times and so for 2 times, like for 1 time and for 3 times. And Toastmaster Subramaniam used for 9 times and for 2 times. Toastmaster Shiv Tejas used for 1 time and for 1 time. Toastmaster Bharat used for 3 times and for 3 times and so for 1 times. And Toastmaster Sahana used for 6 times and like for 1 time and for 2 times. Toastmaster Ritu used for 12 times and so for 2 times and for 3 times. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva Sharana, for that elaborate and detailed R-counter report. It really helps the members to see how many pauses they have and also work on them to reduce the number of pauses they can include in their speech. Now, can we have the report by grammarian Toastmaster Namrata?
Thank you, Toastmasters. Everyone make a mistakes and should overcome that. Yes, it is a part of the life. I have made a good note of usages of the word of the day. Let me start. One of the fellow Toastmasters cheered everyone, started the speech with a great aplomb. Students will definitely go to schools and colleges with a great aplomb, and unfortunately, we are missing due to this lockdown. And I've also made a note of some words and sentences that were used incorrectly. There will be a satisfaction. It was used as satisfied. It is not a correct usage. I started to study day and night was a proper usage, as it was an unexpected movement for him. An unexpected because U is vowel there. I was enjoying with my parents' siblings. It was used as I was enjoyed. I have visited many places and it was used as I had went to. Instead of watering my mouth, it could be better to use drooling. He was the nicest person. It was used as he is the nicest person, and it was used as he was the nicest person. Meanwhile, I'm happy to see that my fellow members use the word of the day. As you can see, the word is readily helpful in conversing your message. I hope everyone can use more often in your speeches. Thank you, and over to the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namrata, for giving us a good usage and not so good usage, and also suggesting the correct usage which they can replace their words with, which will help them improve their speech. Can we have a huge round of applause for the entire tag team? Thank you. All in all, it was really great meeting. I only wish all the 76 members could also turn on the video, because I know I've been stressing this a lot, but the reason why I'm doing it is because they're in a state of complete lockdown. And for most of them, the maximum social or gathering with the others is through a Zoom meeting. So this will help them at least, make a sense of togetherness, at least during these 2 hours of the meeting. And also, when you're talking, it doesn't look nice to talk to a blank screen with just empty black tiles everywhere. It looks nice to see people around. It feels great. Apart from that, the meeting was really great. I enjoyed it. Thank you for giving me this role. With this, I hand the badge back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Can I get my evaluation Toastmaster, sir?
Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. How can I forget the masterclass master ceremony? All right. Toastmaster Bhavani, nail polish to IAS. The way you started off shows that you had the aha moment. You felt the aha moment and tried to explain it to others. With this, you showed the theme could not only be implemented just by the past, but also the future. Because it's something that there are some situations or dreams where we dream on it and we feel that we're already there and we're like, aha, finally I've done it. We dream for it and we work hard for it. You had everybody's introduction in place. You had their aha moment as well. And also, the way you introduced them shows that you gave in a thought how to introduce them. You started off you started off your speech properly, giving us the points, and also, just give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. So sorry for that. So you took in the preparation, you took in the introduction of the speakers, evaluators, and all the role takers, and also it shows us that can prepare and also given a good introduction to themselves. What I really could suggest is instead of I think you've taken MC for a lot of times. Maybe what you can challenge yourself to work on this is try to keep the session more interactive, because it just looks one-sided, even though it does not really matter, but making it interactive adds value to your MC. It also improves the way you can do better in future situations where there's a in-person meeting or anything. The best way you can improve yourself is trying to get best use of what you can while you can. A lot of them, they try to hesitate to take up roles during these online meetings, thinking, I joined Toastmasters because it was an in-person meeting, but it's online and I don't find it encouraging anymore. Doesn't matter. We are all in the same situation. It's not like it's part of. All right. It is not like one part is just offline and rest is online. So I encourage all the members also to take up roles as much as you can. Try to improve yourself by doing maximum. Be the best online speaker. Be the best online master of ceremonies. It doesn't matter if it's online or offline. Just take it up. And that's what Toastmaster Bhavani did today. She did the best she could and also a great job. Can we have a huge, huge round of applause for Toastmaster Bhavani? All right, I hope I've not missed anyone this time. With this, I hand the charge back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. I request everybody to please unmute yourself and give a huge round of applause for our general evaluator for the wonderful session, for the wonderful general evaluation session given to us. Yes, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, we will work on everything. We'll work on our suggestions and feedback, and one day we'll make sure to hear it from you that, this was a great meet indeed. And now it's time for me to bid adieu. But before that, I'd like to thank all the speakers, all the role takers for wonderfully giving your speech and taking up your roles and living up to it. Thank you so much. And with that, I'd like to call upon my fellow mate who is passionate about marketing. Her ideal day would include a good book, soothing music, and a hot cup of ginger tea. She has not reached her aha moment. Hopefully, I wish she reaches that soon. The previous VPM and the current president of BMS MBA Phoenix, Toastmaster Anaga, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. I must say I had enjoyed this meeting to the fullest. And I'm sure all the juniors have got a good learning from this meeting. And I'm really happy to see such great participation from the juniors of our college today. So the voting link has been sent on the chat box. I request all of you to please cast your votes. I have received only about 30 responses as of now, and we have 71 participants. So please vote. And in the meanwhile, I'd request everybody to please turn on their cameras. Let's have a quick group feed. Syed, can you please? Syed, are you there?
Yeah, I'll take.
Please.
Done.
Thank you. From group food. Yes. All right. So can we have any one of the juniors come up and please tell us how the meeting was? Just share your experience by the time we collect the responses. Anybody would like to volunteer? See, this platform is receiving and giving feedback to everybody. So I would really appreciate if any one of you could just come and tell us your experience, how it was today. Am I audible, guys? Okay.
Maybe you should drive them. Like I'll send you something.
Because I just thought I was talking to myself. No response at all. Anyway.
Anaka, I would like to go on this.
Yes, please. Please.
We being the new people on this whole Toastmaster circuit, we are around for 2 months or so, and I can say with a great courage that we have improved our quite a bit of communication skills, and however we talk and however we find people or however we connect for the task required, the platform has provided us ample amount of knowledge for the time we are in. And coming to this particular meeting, and this is the first time I have seen a meet where there were a maximum of 93 participants at one point of time, and having that amount of crowd combined with all the clubs was simply amazing. And having a chance to speak in the table topics with like 75 to 80 people around was also a great experience. And the learning we got is that whatever the heavy crowd might be or whatever the people might be in front of you, if you trust your skill, definitely you're gonna excel. And that's the greatest learning which Toastmasters is nurturing in all of us, so that we can go excel and express ourselves in the whole new competitive world. Over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmastership Tejas. I really appreciate you coming here and sharing your experience. I can tell I can definitely relate to what you are telling, because like I've told in my presiding officer speech, being here has actually improved my overall personality. So I'm sure all of you will make the most out of this platform. And I also would like to congratulate on all the table topic speakers who came up, at least for the first time, even the juniors who could who would volunteer and took up the topics today. It really takes courage to break out of that barrier in your head and come up here and speak. So I'm still waiting for 20 more responses. Guys, please vote, whoever has not voted. Meanwhile, can we have Toastmaster Akshita share her experience of how it was today?
Me? Because there are two Akshita.
Akshita, you, Republic of Toastmasters.
Okay. Hello all, I am Akshita from Republic of Toastmasters and I'm currently the president there. It's been a wonderful meeting. Trust me, you guys have come a long way from where you were to where you are today. I was really amazed by all the role takers and how you performed your duties to the maximum potential that you could. So it's been great. The only thing for the rest of them would be just try to, it's not about how good or bad you are. It's just a matter of, are you willing to just take that chance and speak up? That's all is going to matter at the end of the day, because meetings will keep happening. If you don't turn on your video, if you don't turn on your mic and speak up, the ones who are improving will keep improving and the ones who are not will just stay where they are. So take that. It's okay even if you fumble, it's fine. Just make those mistakes. Nobody is going to judge you. Just turn on your mics at least the next time and make sure you give your feedback as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshita, for actually driving the point very well, because we've been trying to motivate them and encourage them to come up and speak. Thank you for your experience and your thoughts. All right, let me just check. Okay, 10 more responses. Meanwhile, can we have Toastmaster the distinguished Toastmaster Subramaniam, please share your experience?
Thank you for your, thank you, Toastmaster Anagha. I felt that today's meeting was overall a very good interaction and participation from most of the members, especially the table topics. Apart from a few of the senior speakers who are graduating from BMS college, I think even there are new participants whom we could see today. And one thing I would like to request all the new members is that this is one opportunity which most of the students, I request you to use this, because as we say in Toastmasters, what you get out of Toastmasters is like a laboratory where we can do whatever experiment we can do, we want to do, so that by learning this and implementing this within Toastmasters, we can get the maximum benefit out of this, and we can use the same when we get onto our career, our professional life. So make use of the opportunities here. Be a table topic speaker, take up the roles, give prepared speeches. So it's like you have to take this as an investment made you upon yourself. The more you make use of your investment, the more return or the better return on investment you will have later once you spend some time out of this. So thinking of this as an investment on yourself, if you want to have a better return on investment, make use of this opportunity and trouble your VP education as much as possible for speech slots or meeting roles as much as possible. So that way VP Ed will be having a good good problem to sort out. Problem of plenty. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Subramaniam, for sharing your thoughts on how the meeting was conducted and how people can actually make use of this platform. We have the results ready, so I'm going to go ahead and announce the winners for today. So the best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Rudanka. Can we have a round of applause? The best tiebreaker goes to Toastmaster Sahi Snehal. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sahi Snehal. Best major role taker goes to our table topics master, Toastmaster Syed. Congratulations, Toastmaster Syed. The best minor role taker goes to our grammarian, Toastmaster Namrata. Congratulations, Toastmaster Namrata. Okay, and the best tables topic speaker, this looks really like a colorful wheel here. And any guesses, guys? Who would have won the best table topic speaker today?
Surya Narayan.
Pegasus.
Yes, that's the right guess. So our best table topic speaker for the day goes to Toastmaster Surya. Congratulations, Toastmaster Surya. Congratulations to
Thank
all
you.
the winners and all the participants. I must say, as the president, I'm really proud of how our club and how our fellow clubs have come here today and come together for this meeting today. Thank you, everybody. I adjourn the meeting. I adjourn today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.